Yo, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and double honors to apostles of Great Millstone, man. Shalom to all the Akim out there, doing the work in sincerity and in truth, man. Just doing a basic video, man. I'm just gonna cover, reincarnation, break it down through the scriptures, give a few examples that are in the scriptures, man, just so it's like basically a clean vid that just covers it more or less, so that's crystal clear in the scriptures, man. I'll start on Ecclesiastes 3:15, and it says, "That which have been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and Yahweh requireth that which is past." So basically, that's like puts it plainly, man. That which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been, man. So that's talking about like the Roman Empire coming back again, but it's also talking about men as well, man. Because men, when you die, you go up to the spirit world. Then 3 or 4 generations later, you get put that back down into the body for your children's children, man. So and it said, verse 16, "And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there." Because under the sun, that's talking about the earth, man. And they ain't talking about no flat earth either, man. Talking about the earth, and it says that's the place of judgment, man. So like when you die and when you go up to the spirit world, that's when you receive your judgment. But then your judgment gets played out when you come back down onto the earth, man. So that's why like the wicked scribes and Pharisees, they more or less, that's why they're coming back in their lot now. Being wicked, going against the scriptures, like all these false prophets, more or less, these guys are they're gonna receive their judgment now, man, because they're gonna get caught up in that thermonuclear destruction, and that's their punishment, man, because they've been punished for it. They would have been punished for it before, but then, they're coming back in the same lot, man. So that's more or less it. That's their judgment, man, to be the 2/3 and to be destroyed. It says, and the place of righteousness, the iniquity was there, man. So that's it, man. The place of righteousness, that's in Jake. There's iniquity, man, and there's two. It says in Zechariah that there's 2/3, and those 2/3 must needs be destroyed, man. That's what they must needs exist and be destroyed, man, for prophecy to be fulfilled. Let me go to the next one, man. Ecclesiastes 6:10, just to make it clear, it says, "That which hath been is named already, and it is known that it is man." So that's what's being reincarnated. It's not it's known that it's man. So that's making it plain, man. It applies to systems like the Roman Empire, but also applies to men as well, man. Because men are reincarnated, they're brought back, and it's throughout the scriptures, man. I'll come to, let me do Exodus 20 and verse 5, man. And it says, "Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them." Well, let me start at verse 4 then. Because, "Thou shalt not make thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that which is in earth beneath, or that which is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahweh thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me." So that's basically saying that you come back in your you come back into back down onto the earth by the 3rd and 4th generation. So as your great grandson, or as your grandson, or your great grandson, more or less. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. You come down to the 3rd and 4th generation. So then that's when it says, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, man. And I'm going to get another scripture which supposedly contradicts it, but then when you understand there's reincarnation in the scriptures, then it makes it crystal clear, man. Because it's basically, whatever wickedness you do, if you don't get judged for it, then when you come back into your lot, you'll be judged for it, man. It's just like Solomon. Like basically, he went off and he started worshipping them other gods because his women got him all into them other gods. But then when he was living, he didn't get punished, man. It said during his rule there was peace. And when he ruled, man, that was when Israel was paramount over all the other nations, all the other nations were underneath him, and there was peace in Israel, man. It said silver was a stone, man. So like Israel was living it up, man. Jake was getting it in, man. So there's no point then where Solomon, where his rulership, where he got punished for that, man. Where he got punished for going off and worshipping the other gods, man. But when he came back as Yahweh Shai, that's when, like, when he went up on the cross, then he had to pay for that, all the sins that he committed previously as Solomon. Yeah, let me go to the next one, just because this one, if you're, this is where the Christian, like a Muslim will bring this out to a Christian, and then link it up with Exodus 20, and then like that Christian will get cut because he don't know how to break it down. But then, hey, when you know the scriptures, you understand there's reincarnation in the scriptures, then it's crystal clear, man. It says, the soul that sinneth, it shall die. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him. So when you read that, that's complete. Apparently, it's in complete contradiction of Exodus 20. But then when you understand it's reincarnation, that's why it says to the third and fourth generation, man. Because it's not just your direct son, which obviously, when you're still alive, because you're going to be still alive, that's not going to be your spirit in that body. That's going to be a different spirit, man. So he's not going to pay for your wickedness. That's why when you come back, that's when you'll pay for your wickedness, man. Let me get Malachi, Malachi 4 and 5, and it says, "Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Yahweh, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse." And that's basically saying that Elijah's gonna come again, man. Which, is there any way for it, any other way for it to be than through reincarnation, man? Him coming back in the flesh. That's the only way it can be fulfilled, man. And then Yahweh Shai breaks it down further, man. Cause it says let me start from verse 11, man. It says Matthew 11:11 says, "Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there hath not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he is the least, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force." And the kingdom of heaven is talking about Israel, you know. And it says, "For all the prophets and the law prophesied unto John, and if you will receive it, this is Elias," which is Elijah, "which was for to come. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear." Because that's like, basically, they didn't know that was Elias, man. Elijah. Because there's a point where they asked him as well. They said, are you Elijah? Are you that prophet? Well, I can get that one still. Was it John 1 and let's start verse 20. "And he confessed and denied not, but confessed, I am not Hamashiach, the anointed. And they asked him, What then? Art thou Elias? And he saith, I am not. Art thou that prophet? And he saith, No." So even that's why they didn't understand it, man. Because John didn't even know that he was Elijah, man. Yahweh Shai had to break it down. That's why they said. That's why they thought, oh no, he wasn't. They thought he wasn't Elijah. So Yahweh Shai might be Elijah, man. Because that's like that's what some of the people were saying. Like, oh, are you Elijah? But he said no. John himself didn't even know, man. Yahweh Shai had to break it down to him that, look, you're Elijah. Come back in like that was Elijah. Come back in the flesh. And then there was a lot of people that couldn't deal with it, man, because they didn't like Yahweh Shai. They didn't like what was breaking down, man. It's like even the wicked scribes and Pharisees, they had to accept that John the Baptist was a man of the Lord, because everyone knew, but then they still didn't like him, man. Because they'll pretty much like just under the Romans, man. They'll fucking sucking on the Romans' dicks. Where is it? Okay. And it says, "For all the prophets and the law prophesied unto John, and if you will receive it, this is Elias, which was for to come. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. And it says, but whereunto shall I liken this generation? Is like unto children sitting in the markets, calling unto their fellows, and saying, We have piped unto you, and you have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented, man. So that's basically like, that's back then. There was, hey, look, man, because when Yahushua was around, he was doing miracles left, right, and center. And then these guys, they weren't eating it, man. They didn't like it. They basically they couldn't thingy, man. They were just not of the elect. Basically, it's pretty much it, man. All them people, a lot of them that followed him, were just following for food. After he did after he fed the 5,000, then they said, oh, there was others that were following for bread, man. When he did the miracles with the fishes and the loaves, then there were people just following for bread. But then it says, we have piped unto you and you have not danced, man. So that's basically this, the tune of the word. They weren't dancing to it, man. They weren't driving with it. That Yahushua was the anointed, you know, all the things that he had to do, the person that he was, they didn't want to eat it, man. That's why the wicked scribes and Pharisees got him put to death, man. It says, for John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he hath a devil. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous and a winebibber. So that's pretty much they're saying, look, man, no matter how you go about it, they're saying these men were wicked, man. That's because look, man, they weren't righteous. They weren't of the elect. They needed to be wicked to do what they had to do, man. To put Yahushua to death, to get Yahushua put to death, ultimately. Let me go to this 1 Corinthians 14 and 32, and the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets, man. So when a prophet comes back, he'll come back in the same lot, man. And it's just like the 2/3. When the 2/3 come back, they'll come back as 2/3. So that's more or less. That's pretty much showing it like being straightforward, man. Like if you're right, like that's why the guys that were that put Yahushua to death before, that had a problem with Yahushua before, when he comes like now, they're the same people that have a problem with GMS, man. Because GMS is bringing out the scriptures clean, bringing it out correct, man. But then these other guys, they have a problem with that, man. They have a problem with the rape doctrine. They have they ultimately, like a lot of them have a problem with the name Yahushua, which is ultimately what it comes down to, man. They have a problem with Yahushua. It's just like back then, whatever Yahushua did, it wasn't enough for them. That's why it says John came neither eating nor drinking. They said he had a devil, and then Yahushua came eating and drinking. They said he's a man gluttonous and a winebibber, man. No matter what you do, they can't be pleased because they're in their spirit. They can't get down with Yahushua, man. What was it? Yeah, I already did that one. Let me do and this one's just another example out of the scriptures, man. John 9 and 1. And as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciple asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? So then the disciples knew that there was reincarnation in the scriptures, man. Because why would they ask, like, if he was born blind, how could he sin? That's why they said this man or his parents. And it said, Yahushua answered, saying, Neither hath this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of the Most High should be made manifest in him. So he was basically made blind just so that Yahushua could cure him of his blindness, man. As a miracle, man, to fulfill prophecy. So, hey, man, that's just like, that's it plain, man, in the scriptures. Undeniable, man. That's why, look, man, them Christians, they don't know the Bible. All these other guys, these Muslims and all these other motherfuckers don't know the Bible, man. Yeah, I'll leave it there, man. I'll leave it there. Say all praise to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, man. And shalom to the Akim out there doing the work in sincerity and truth. Shalom.